This practice is adopted from the Vijñāna Bhairava, an ancient and very powerful Sanskrit meditation text. So let's follow this practice. Sitting quietly, begin to become aware of the part of you that is aware. Something in you knows that you're alive, you're breathing, that you're thinking, perhaps. It may be subtle and hidden, but that witnessing part of you is the basis of everything you experience. Now, think of a loved one. Bring to mind someone with whom you feel close, and think to yourself, with all of our differences of our personality and our history, we both share consciousness. At the most fundamental level, the level of awareness, we are one. Perhaps that seems too abstract. So then consider, like me, this person that I'm thinking about seeks happiness. This person also feels pain. Now, the more you can identify yourself with awareness, the more that you can recognize the awareness in the other person as well, the more deeply you will feel this kinship, this resonation of a common spirit. Now, think of an acquaintance. Bring to mind someone about whom you feel neutral and have the same recognition that there is one consciousness in both of you. Now, think of an enemy. Bring to mind someone you dislike. Perhaps someone that you regard as an enemy, or perhaps a public figure that you hold in low esteem. Now, remind yourself, different as we may be, the same consciousness dwells in that person as in me. On the level of awareness, we are one. Now, feel the energy. Expand this idea to include the entire physical world. And allow yourself to contemplate the fact that a single energy underlies everything in the universe. On the level of subatomic print particles, everything you see and feel is part of one great energy soup. With that in mind, look around and say to yourself, all that I see, all that I touch, all that I imagine is made of one single conscious energy. Now hold that thought. Oh yes, questions will come up perhaps in your mind. And yes, they are worth exploring. To stay open, curious, contemplative. However, there is great power in simply holding the thought. All this is one consciousness. Hold it as a mantra. And then, trying to see the world that way, what changes take place within you? See how that thought of oneness softens the edges of your judging mind. Find out whether it eases feelings of frustration, anxiety, fear. Notice how it tends to bring up feelings of peace, relaxation. After you've practiced this contemplation a few times, try taking it out into the world at large. When you go shopping, when you're driving to the supermarket, look at the angry drivers in the lanes next to you, or the sad woman on the bus, and think, the same consciousness in that person is the same as in me. Or you watch television. On TV, see that person on TV whose politics you disagree with, and think, the same consciousness in that person is as in me. Allow these practices to become a part of your life. Look for different ways to recognize that kinship of consciousness. Look to recognize the light in the eyes of an animal or the living sap in a tree. As you do, continue observing the effect that it has on you. When you notice that you're feeling more connected, more open, honor those feelings. Know that you are experiencing some of the qualities of the enlightened state of being.